So guys, but before I kick off tonight, we're going to focus on we're going to cover the incentives really quick because I just want to make sure everyone understands like what's out there and what's going on. We're going to talk about what we actually do in Primerica, like the biggest thing that we do, right? Like the meat and potatoes, and that's buy term on the life insurance side and invest. Those are the two biggies. There's a lot of other stuff out there, but those are the big ones. And I'm going to use what we call like beating whole life as an example. So some good training tonight. And then I want to talk about appointment setting because if we never get in front of anybody and we never set any appointments, you can't build a business and you will never sort of like catch fire for what this business can do, not only for you, for your income, but also for people that you get in front of. Okay. But before I do that, I want to add a spotlight. I want to bring up Miss Taylor. So if you guys don't know, Taylor's been in the business for like 2 weeks, maybe. She's already got her first teammate and her she did her own life app for herself and her fiance. So she's already got her first bonus and promotion. So now it's when it's really getting fun. But I wanted to highlight Taylor because she's in California, which means for some of you who don't have California requirements, that means she has an extra 30, she has 32 hours minimum she has to spend in the course. And I think like 12, 13, 15, 16 chapters. It's something ungodly because California is ridiculous. So for those of you that have like 6 chapters and no time requirement, I want to highlight Taylor because she's kind of removing all of the excuses because she also works and she has a kid, right? But Taylor, really quick, do me a favor. If you can unmute yourself. We had a conversation earlier, right?
Yes.
What did you tell me about the meetings?
I told you that they are extremely important, even though I am brand new to this. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had no idea what the hell life insurance was. I tried to go to every single Wolfpack meeting, even though it's 5 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. Um, and I told him I'm like a sponge. No matter what, I take in everything that I can. If you tell me something today, I'm gonna try and put it to work tomorrow, or I'm gonna try and, um, being on these meetings, I told him, I was like, it's a lot. It's Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, every day, But even if it's just putting your headphone in and I'm making dinner for my daughter and I'm just listening, you catch 30 minutes if you can, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever you can, and just listening in and learning. And I've talked to Noah multiple times. I talked to Traylon today, and I every time I talk to somebody different, I'm learning something more. Everybody has specialties in this business, and you learn so much from everybody you talk to. So
Thank
I think getting on and listening to somebody, it doesn't matter what they're teaching you.
So good. So good. Hey guys, show her some love because like I sprung this on her like 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And now she's up talking to the team, right? There's almost 30 of us on now. So Taylor, like remember this, the first time you spoke to an audience, right? It was about 25 people. The next time it'll be 2,500. Okay. So get ready. And trust me, once you get a taste of that stage and you're talking
Mhm.
to an audience, it's like crack, right? You just get addicted and you just want to do it more. So get ready. Get ready. I'll let you go though. I appreciate you, girl. Show her some love, guys. Because trust me, like it's not easy. Like it's a lot of people get nervous, they don't want to speak in front of people, but the more you do it, the better you'll get at, right? And the more comfortable you'll get. Okay. So tonight, really quick, let's talk about incentives because there's a lot going on, and I don't know that everyone's tracking everything, right? So let me hit a screen share. We'll talk about a few things, and then we'll jump right into the training, and then we're going to go into the appointment setting side of things. That way I can answer questions on the backside in case anybody has anything. Okay. So let me slideshow. Here we go. Okay. So right now, one of the big incentives that's going on is for East Coast Builder School. Do me a favor, throw it in the Zoom chat. Are you like who has tickets already for ECBS? Should be just about everybody because guess what? They're virtual. They're on Zoom. Even if you can't make it in person, you can still plug in and get a ticket and watch it. And even if you can't watch it because that weekend of May, the 16th, 17th, you got like something going on, guess what? It's recorded, right? I bought a block of tickets so that there's no fees for you guys because the prices already went up. They're getting ready to go up again. I came out of pocket, bought the tickets So that's just a flat 25 bucks for you. You go on and do it. It's free. You just cash at me, Venmo me, whatever, right? 25 bucks. Okay. So if you don't have one yet, let's work on that. Uh, Haley or Angela or somebody, can you go bump the builder school uh, pinned post that I have in Telegram? Guys, if you don't have a ticket yet and you want one, go click the link. It'll take you to the site. When you get there for coupon code, use my rep ID, the same one you register as the regional vice president, CNR3V. Use my rep ID. It'll make your ticket free on our system. Text me, and then I'll show you, I'll get you my cash app. Okay. So that's for what is going on right now. So you can win a free stay at the mansion. Like if you're coming in person, you can win a spot in the mansion that Andy and Brittany have already booked. It's a gigantic Airbnb. He covered it up with all of these pictures of the 600 Life app thing, get it reset. But one Life app right now gets you reset into winning, right? Like you see all these people down here that were reset into 5,000. So all of these people at the top, like me, Jet, Haley, Megan, and John and Honey Height, those are all like that's all production that we've written. Everybody down here with 5,000 literally just did an app like today and got reset into winning. Okay. Oh, my thing is black. So right, all these guys right here, they just got reset. So like on the bubble, my boy Matt said he doesn't want to do it no more. So I guess he just doesn't. He doesn't want to play. Okay, whatever. Right. I guess we'll see. He's thinking about it. So he's thinking about it. But so Matt, let me teach you how to game the system really fast. Can I do that? Can I teach you how to game the system really quick? Because there's actually a couple things going on inside of this, right? So any app gets you reset to winning, right? So for you, your like one 600 AP app would actually be more than the 5,000 reset. So you're going to get all 600 of that app. Make sense? So like if you go write one $50 a month app right now, you're gonna go to like 5,071. Better than 5,000, right? 5,171 actually. Then if you go write another app of 1,000 AP, you're gonna get 2,000 credit for that. So then you'll go from 5,171 to 7,171. You with me? Huge, right? So that's big time. So if we're focusing on gaming the system, that's how you do it. Okay. So that's the way that works, guys. But once you get to 5,000, then any app after that keeps you ticking up and keeps you going. So Taylor, if you're planning to get your booty out here, this is when it's going to happen, right? Because you're not even on the bubble right now. But your one app of 600 is going to put you right here at 5,000. Then you write one more and you go burp, burp. Okay. So that's how that works. Now, there's also lottery winners, guys. Look, if you're coming and you're just like, there's no way, there will be lottery winners, and you're gonna get like buku different numbers of entries for life apps, right? You do one life app, you get 5 entries into winning. You do 1,000 AP app or more, you get 10 entries. Do you think your odds go up or down if you have more entries in a lottery system? They go up, right? If you got more chances to win, game on. They're gonna go up. So there's lots of different ways that Andy tries to make this happen and make it fair because everybody that's up here is going to earn it, right? If you're on the top five, you earn it for you and your spouse, right? So there's room for two. They're all king bedrooms, right? They're big, right? But then there's going to be two people that are just maybe they did one app. I don't know. Maybe they did two, but they're going to have a shot at winning. Okay. Any questions on this for right now? There's one more thing I want to focus on even more so, but this was kind of the big one. But now, here's the really, really big one, guys. Like, I don't want anyone missing this. Even if you're not coming in person, you're going to get a chance to dial into a specific room for millionaires in training. We've never done this before. And I actually asked Andy and Brittany after the last one because we do a RVP locker room, right? So it's just RVPs and spouses, RVPs and above and their spouses with all the $1 million earners. We take like 90 minutes during every builder school and do it. But the stuff that comes out of that room is so powerful, right? Because it's raw, right? You think I coach you guys hard? Wait till you get $1 million earner coaching you and like foot like up your fourth point of contact kind of coaching, right? But not everybody's ready for that. So that's why we're doing this. Like, because if you're going to go earn this, you're kind of ready for some next level coaching. Do not miss this. Any app right now from that was from Tuesday until Tuesday at 3 a.m. Like Tuesday midnight, right? All the way is going to earn you a spot in here. And as long as you have your ticket, you're in, right? I'll tell you what right now, guys. Look, anybody that does a life app between now and Sunday night, now and Sunday, right? For the weekend, anybody that does a life app between now and Sunday night, I'll cover your ticket for free. If you earn this, I'll make sure you get your ticket for free. I'll like there's another incentive on top of it because I've already bought them and I don't want you guys to miss the training. Is that fair? Is that good? Like good. So don't miss this, right? Don't miss this. And if you already got a ticket, well, God bless. I don't know. Maybe I'll throw you 20 bucks for like getting your black red line t-shirt so you can be in red line black. I don't know. I'll come up with something. But listen, we need to go blow the brakes off this thing. We're only at like 20,000 in premium for the month. That's not enough. Our goal for the month was to submit at least 50 apps. We're only at like 23. We got a week left almost. We can do it. I know we can. We just got to like crank this thing up, okay? So who who has somebody right now that they've been planning to talk to that they haven't yet? Put it in the Zoom chat. Who has somebody that you have that you've been planning to, you just haven't done it yet? Okay, good. Three of you. Awesome. I love it. There's more, there better be more of you out there, right? We're going to focus on that at the end of this. And so, like at the end, when we talk about the appointment setting, that's when I need you locked in. All right. So, any questions on this? Any questions on how you earn this? I know it says or two, it's one app. It just says one app. You, your spouse, your parents, your adult kids, if you've got them, nieces, nephews, grandparents, guys, I don't care, right? It all counts. Any app, any app. Yeah. I can make rules for anything, right? I can do what I want, right? It's one app. Okay. So, all right. So what are we're gonna jump into right now? We're gonna jump into, does it still say Atlas CEO? Okay, no, I changed it. You threw me off. Can you guys hear my dog chewing on this friggin' bone? It's driving me nuts. I'm about to kick him out of my office. Okay, thank God. Matt can? Jesus
The
Christ.
dog is usually quiet, but I can hear
I
it
know. Haley,
tonight.
what's your question?
Don't forget the Atlas incentive.
Thank you. Yes, there's still the Atlas Cup incentive going on right now. Matt thought he was going to be the first one to choose. Haley beat him to it because Matt's earned it, but he didn't get the right to choose first. I'll pull that up at the end. If somebody's got that, can you go bump that in the Telegram really quick? Guys, I have some cool cups that we got from home office. There's some cool swag. They're packed right now. But let me show you. I'll show you one live because I've got a couple that are not packed. So these are some Stanleys that we got the last time we went to home office. And there's some ALO ones, like ALO like ones right now. Matt, this is the one you wanted, wasn't it? It's the one that had your name on it, the turquoise one. No, I don't know. There was a different one. There's more, right? They're out here. But 2,000 minimum in AP to qualify, and 3,000 gets to pick first. Haley hit that first, so she gets to choose first, whatever she wants, and then from there we'll go down. All right. But as long as you hit 2,000 AP for the month, you're in. Not that hard. It's really not. Taylor, you're almost there. One more and you're in. Right. Okay, so Primerica was built, guys, on the concept of buy term and invest the difference. And really, it was designed to get rid of cash value life insurance. Now, we're never going to completely get rid of it because it makes other companies way too much money. But really, what it's focused on is getting the client more coverage up front and helping them have more money later in life. That's what it's all about. Okay. So we're going to say no to trash value, also known as cash value, and we're going to say yes to buy term and invest the difference. And that's what we're going to talk about really quick tonight. So this scenario that I'm showing you is a real client of mine, right? I met her 2 years ago. She was 24. She thought she was doing the right thing. Her grandparents had whole life insurance. They got her set up with a cash value life insurance policy. And here's sort of like the snippet of what that policy looked like. So in year one, all the way to age 120, she had 50,000 in coverage. Wait a minute, 120? Because like, let's look at the guaranteed cash value on this side. In the first 2 years, did she have any cash in her cash value policy? No, because you won't. You never will, right? And then fast forward 20 years of paying $815 a year, and she's got a whopping 14 grand in there. after 20 years. Now, most whole life policies reach full cash maturity at what age, guys? You can put it in the Zoom chat. What age? Most policies, what age? Nobody knows? Oh man. Thank you, Matthew. Yes, age 100. Right? Most of them will, you sort of like win the life lottery. If you make it to 100 and you have a cash value policy, you get all the money. Right? So you get all the money. But when people sell these, they usually sell them as like an investment. You can borrow from it, right? All sorts of stuff. So let's kind of walk through this really quick. At 65, she stops paying. That's good, right? She no longer pays, but she's been paying on this thing for 41 years. And there's only 27 grand in here. And then she has to go all the way to age 120 before it hits the full 50 grand, right? So that's gross. Now, here's the big one. With a cash value policy, yes, it builds cash value and you can access the money, but how do you have to get the money out? Policy loans. Guys, you have to borrow your own money. And what happens, or not what happens, what do you have to do with money that you borrow from a bank? What do you have to do? Put it in the Zoom chat. Pay interest and pay it back. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Angela. You got to pay it back. So guys, if she wanted any of this cash that's hanging out in here, she can't just have it. She has to borrow it at 8%. Now, this one's bad, right? Normally these are like 6, 7, 8's pretty crazy. But that's nuts. And you know what happens if she doesn't pay it back? The policy actually starts to eat itself. It will just eat the cash value away to pay itself back because the bank's getting its money. Here's the other gross thing. If you take a loan, but you just keep making your minimum monthly payment, well, you keep your life insurance alive, but you're not making the actual interest payment, so you're accruing a debt. Guys, I've seen it happen where someone had a loan on their whole life policy, died, and the family owed money. Can you like think about that? The family thought they were getting a death benefit, but come to find out, somebody had taken a loan against the policy, never paid it back, kept paying the minimums, kept the policy alive, but then owed money. What? That's crazy. So here, we're going to jump forward a little bit, right? So when we sat down with her, I was like, girl, like, I don't know what you got going on, but this is not good for you. Let me show you why. And so I wrote her a $250,000 policy. We did a medical check because she wanted the cheapest possible rate. So we did the medical check. She came back class 2. It's like preferred, right? Class 1 would have been like ultra preferred, but she came back preferred with waiver of premium in the policy. Okay. Check this out. So we got her 5 times the coverage. Pretty good. It's a good start. Plus, she had waiver of premium, so she's got 70% of the policy that she can access in cash. God forbid she's given a terminal diagnosis. So now she's got 175K in a living benefit, terminal illness benefit, right? 35 years level. The price is not going to change. The price for her life insurance for the next 35 years for $250,000 is going to be $27.72. It's never going to change. Oh, by the way, she has an increasing benefit rider built into the policy. That means 10 years from now, it's sort of like inflation protection. 10 years from now, she's going to have the original $250,000 and she'll have a second $250,000 on the side and a rider that's going to be the same price now for 10 more years. So now, from years 11 through 20 of the policy, she's actually got $500,000 in coverage. And here's the best part. The second $250,000 is going to be cheaper than her first $250,000. But wait, there's more, right? It just, guys, our stuff just keeps giving. So here was the total annual premium for that policy. $332, a whopping, right? Saved her $483 a year. And now this is where we say buy term and invest the difference, okay? Because now we saved her $40 a month. Watch this. She's 24. Most people retire around 65. right? She had no money in an investment account. So I opened her a Roth IRA with 40 bucks a month. And we assumed about a 9% rate of return. In 41 years, guys, how much money do you think she's going to have with just 40 bucks a month? What do you think? I mean, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to show it to you, obviously. No, Matt, just 40 bucks a month, dog. Like, it's not that crazy, right? I mean, guys, I'm no math magician, like Andy likes to say, right? But I'll take 200 grand at 65 versus 50 grand at 120. There's no way to fight this. You can't, right? You cannot fight this. It's Roth IRA, it's tax free. It's tax free money. If she wants the money, she takes the money. There's no loan, right? Look, 205,000 at 65 versus 65 on her old policy was 27 grand. Okay, I'll take that all day, every day, twice on Sunday. That's 8 times the rate of return, right? That's 8 times the money. And she's alive. She doesn't have to be dead to get it. Oh, here's the great part, right? Let's say she's 65. She renewed her policy, which she can do, right? Now let's say she dies. It's unfortunate. But now her family gets both. Both. They get the death benefit, and somebody on her Roth IRA is the transfer on death beneficiary, and it's just going to roll over to them. She's going to get both, right? Heck yeah, you do, Taylor. We're going to be investing in all sorts of stuff, right? But check this out. Let me ask you this. On the whole life side of things, right? Let's go back to the cash value. Go back here to this ugly old thing. Let's go back here, right? Let's say she's 60 and she dies. Like she never changed anything. She's 60, she dies, right? Let's get rid of some of these red things. Right? At 60 and she dies. Do you think her family wants $22,500 or do they want 50? I mean, duh, they want 50. So if they take the 50 guys, no loans, right? Nothing, no loans, nothing. Who keeps the 22 grand? You guessed it, the bank. That's terrible. So what I try to explain to people with a whole life policy like this, right? Just change the framing of it. I mean, Matt, let's be honest, dude. If you came into the Bank of Noah and I said, "Hey, well, I'm going to open you a savings account, man. You're going to give me 815 bucks a year, and for the first 2 years of the account, there's going to be no money in your savings account, but you'll have a life insurance policy." Would you open that savings account?
Absolutely not.
No, because you're like, no, right? Would you pay more for your car insurance if it came with a savings account? Like three, four, 5 times more?
Nah.
No, you'd be like, I'll just save my money. Like I don't need to pay
Right.
more, I'll save my money, right? Guys, that's life insurance with a savings account. That's this. That's why they charge you more for it. Here's your rule of thumb, right? For a male, every 100,000 in whole life coverage on average is going to cost you $100 a month. For a woman, it's about 60. She was 24, so her price is a little bit lower, right? But there it is. Doesn't change. Yeah, I guess this is about 65 bucks a month. The math never changes, guys. The math never changes. So let me change out of this really quick. I'm going to jump over to the appointment setting stuff. Any questions on what we just went over? I'm talking any questions. Like this is our training. I can be as wide open as you need. Going once. Okay. We'll come back to it if need be. Don't worry. What we're going to talk about now is quite literally the single most important skill set you can ever develop in this business. Literally. There, if you could only get one thing mastered, what we're about to go over, appointment setting, is the thing to master. Okay. If you were on the Wolfpack this morning, I'm sorry, I'm repeating it because it was that good. So you just get it again, right? So here you go. Now this is funny. At least I think it's funny, right? Oh, no, I'm not trying to share. Go away. Go away. Slideshow. Boom. This is just funny, right? I mean, let's be honest, guys. If Pete Davidson can pull the girls that he pulled back in the day, y'all can go do 4 by 10K. I'm telling you, once you're licensed as a team, y'all can pull 4 by 10K. If Pete Davidson can pull that, y'all can recruit some people and write some premium. Period. Period. Okay. This joke has been around in Primerica for a hot minute. I didn't make this up. I stole it from somebody because I about fell out when I saw this for the first time. Okay. So look, appointment setting right now. Here's the question. This is what Andy asked me when we sat down within like the first 3 days of me coming into the business. He said, bro, if I told you that there was one thing that you mastered it, you're gonna make 100 grand this year, would you do it? I said, well, yeah. Does the Pope wear a white hat? Yeah, he does. I said, perfect. What do I need to do? He said, you need to master the appointment setting audio and you just need to get relentless about setting appointments every day. Every day. 5 to stay alive. Set appointments every day. You will make 100 grand off of your own pen. You don't need a team. I said, what? Yep. I said, how? He said, here you go. He said, look, you get at least to a 70% contract and you set 5 and you close 3 every week. Not every day, every week. An average life app, guys, is how much? 1,000 AP, right? There's the math. There's the math. That's on your own pen. That's not team. That's not overrides. That's not RVP bonuses. Nothing. That's off your own pen. And I said, well, okay, here we go. But Andy was wrong. I didn't make 100 grand my first year. I made about 250 because I'm a complete savage. And as soon as I saw this and I realized that it was legal, wide open. I said, Andy, you're going to have to hold me back and put me back in my box because I like to run fast and break things. He goes, all right, let's see. And so I showed him. So what is an appointment, guys? It's a time, date, and place to sit down and give someone a presentation about what we're doing. You cannot give a haircut over the phone. You should not be ambushing people at barbecues. Okay? You can talk to someone at a barbecue, set an appointment. Don't try to like give a presentation while somebody's slapping coleslaw and baked beans on a plate and trying to wrangle a kid from drowning. They're not paying attention. Okay? Don't surprise anybody, but you can talk to them and set an appointment. You should always be closing, right? You should always be talking to people. You're always prospecting. That should be a given. That should never stop. Okay. And this is the like demographic for people who you're trying to talk to. It's macho. Okay. Now, most of you know this, but macho, right? Married, age, children, homeowner, occupation. Let's expand on this a little bit because some people take this stuff too literally. If you're married or in a committed relationship, I'm okay with it. Engaged, if y'all got kids together, right? That counts. Just because y'all ain't married on paper, if y'all like share finances, make decisions together about life, y'all are married. Like, let's be real. But if they're married or they have a committed spouse, they both need to be at the appointment. Because if they ain't there, we call that a one-legged appointment, and the odds of you or your trainer closing that for you, worse than a coin toss. Okay, worse than a coin toss. Here's the age. This is your sweet spot. Your sweet spot for clients are somewhere between 25 and 55. You start getting older than that, and the cost for life insurance starts going up exorbitantly, very, very high. Okay. But anyone from 18 to 70 can be a new client. If you got adult kids, if you got adult grandkids or siblings, whatever, if they're 18 or older, they can be on their own policy. Okay. Do they have children at home, minors in the home, adult kids, whatever? Like, as long as they got kids, they get a point for that. Homeowner. Listen, guys, I'm not worried if their home is paid off or like, do they live in their own place? Is there independence? If they rent, it's fine. Now, if they own their home, that's great because there's like some more like responsibility there, but do they live in their own place? That's all I'm really worried about. Okay. And then occupation is important because if somebody does not have a job and they have no finances, do you think they need much in the way of financial services? No. Not really, right? So this is your target demographic when we're setting client appointments, okay? So anybody that fits 4 or 5 of these is a client. If they're married or they have kids or both, they're a client first. Anybody who's single with no kids in reality is going to potentially be a recruit first. Okay? Just keep that in mind. So, oh, go away. I don't want that. There we go. So here's some appointment setting, right? This is going to be done over the phone. If you're trying to do this on a text message, you're going to struggle and you're going to burn out your hot market. You're going to, because somebody's going to see it. They're going to think they responded to you. Then they're going to put it down. Then you're going to text them again and they're going to look at it and be like, oh my God, this guy won't leave me alone. And now you're getting ghosted. Trust me. Ask me how I know. Been doing it for almost 3 years. I see it all the time. People don't want to talk. They just want to text me. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay. So a little bit of small talk. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you an example. Like the linker. Hey, the reason I'm calling, the body of why you're calling is going to obviously vary somewhat between a kitchen table, a client, or a recruit. Okay. And then post close is like the reiteration of, hey, Haley, listen, I can't wait to see you guys like Saturday at 4. Listen, if you're anything like me, if it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist. Am I right? Listen to the tie downs. Perfect. Do me a favor. Make sure you get that in your calendar because I wouldn't want to miss you. My schedule is crazy. Okay. And I know this is going to only time that works. I want to make sure we get you in. Sound good? Awesome. Listen, if something changes, call me and we'll get it taken care of. But if I don't hear from you, I'll see you Saturday at 4 with you and Philip. All right. Perfect. Off the phone. I know it says 90 seconds, right? 90 seconds, you're getting into the danger zone. 2 minutes, you're like crash and burn. If you're going past 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, you're blabbing and you're not getting to the point and setting the appointment and getting off the phone. Okay. So look, here's a basic script. And this is in the orientation packet. I just expanded it into little chunks. Okay. Hey, Matt, it's Noah, man. How you doing? Good. Everybody's good. Desiree's good. Right. Whatever the small talk is for you and that person, make it small talk, but don't stretch it out. Right. Hey, listen, Matt, the reason I'm calling, I don't know if I mentioned it last time we talked or not, or if you saw it on social media. Listen, I got some financial licensing, or if you're brand new and you're a recruit, I'm working on some financial licensing. And I'd love to just sit down on Zoom and show you what we're doing, like take like 20 or 30 minutes, right? That way, if you can use it, great. Or if somebody you know in the future could use it, you'd be comfortable sending me some referrals. So as far as us getting together, right? When's better for you? Like today or tomorrow? Tomorrow or Saturday? Weekdays or weekends? You're only using yes options, guys. Right? I mean, Taylor, let's be honest. If you call somebody and they asked you, hey, Taylor, look, I want to get together, girl. What's your schedule like this week? Your only answer to them is going to be like, I have no idea. I'm busier than I can even imagine. Don't talk to me. Call me in 3 years and I'll be less busy. That's what you're going to say, right? But here, like, go live with me. You're gonna meet yourself, Taylor, really quick. Right.
Okay.
But if I didn't say what's your schedule like this week, if I just said, hey, Taylor, as far as us getting together, like what's better for you and your spouse right now? Is it like weekdays or weekends?
Weekends,
Perfect. Like Saturday or Sunday.
Sundays.
Okay, Sunday. Like you want like after church or like in the
Yeah,
morning?
after 2
Okay.
p.m.
Yeah. So like three o'clock?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, listen, I'm just gonna pencil you in right now for 3 o'clock. I already have your phone number, obviously. Can you just confirm your email for me? @gmail.com. Okay, yeah, I got it. Right. Listen, I'm gonna book this for you. Make sure you and him are both there. Otherwise, I don't get training credit for the appointment. My regional vice president's actually gonna run the meeting for me. Like, do me a favor, he's making a special spot on the weekend just for you. Okay. You wouldn't like make me look bad and no show me on a Sunday with my new VP, would you?
Of course not.
Okay, awesome. Listen, if I don't hear from you, like I'll see you guys Sunday at 3 o'clock. Do me a favor, throw it in your calendar because if it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist. Am I right?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, girl. I'll see you then. If you need to change anything, just call me and we'll get it switched. Okay.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Guys, if you're talking to your people, that is not going to be hard. That should be a very natural conversation. Once you've written this down for yourself and practiced it out loud, if you just listen to me do it and then try to get on the phone and do it, you're going to fumble it and it's not going to go well and you're going to feel very self-conscious about it. You need to do this in front of the mirror. You need to do this in front of your cat. You need to set an appointment with your spouse. And if it's the very first time you're doing it and you're calling like your mom or your brother or your dad or whatever, just be blatantly honest. Taylor, listen, this is the first time I'm doing this. I'm about to like throw up. I'm so nervous. Do me a favor, like, don't interrupt me until I ask you like a legit question. Is that fair? Okay. I'm about to throw up right now. Listen, I just, right? I don't care what you say. Break the ice. Who cares? They're your people. They're your people, right? But if you never practice this, it's never going to happen. Ian used to tell us, look, I should be able to come into your house at like 3 in the morning, hit you with a bucket of water, and you better wake up and set an appointment. Because if I got a gun to your head and you don't do it, I'm gonna pull the trigger. Guys, that's how serious it was. But that's how serious you got to take this because this is that important, right? Now, obviously I ain't coming to your house. Taylor, you live in California. I ain't coming. But you should still take it that seriously. And like you should take it like this, right? If I call any of you, like cold call you and check in on you and say, set an appointment, y'all better be able to do it. That's how you need to consider this. I've done it before. I think I'm gonna start doing it again. Y'all start screening my calls, though, I'm gonna get mad. Don't you? I know you got my number. Don't you be screening my call, right? But think about it. If I call you and I say set an appointment, we should be able to have a very casual conversation, and in about 2 minutes, you better be having me in an appointment. Get ready. I'm gonna be like the warning order posted, right? Like starting tomorrow at some point, I am calling somebody. Y'all better tell your friends that didn't make it on because there's only 26 of us, 25 including me, right? And I ain't making Traylon set no appointments. So that's 24. Tell your friends. Tell your friend I'm calling somebody. Okay. So here's the other thing I want you to focus on. When you're on the phone with someone, you need to have your trainer's calendar open. They all look like this. Free quote financial consultation is where clients go. Okay. If you click view booking page and there is something open, book it. If you can see it, book it. Now, try to be nice about it, right? Try to book on an even hour, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Because if you book me at 1:15, it's going to jack up my 2 o'clock window. And now you can't book anything until 2:15. I do not allow my client appointments to overbook. Okay, just because. So try to book it on a 1, 2, 3. Try to book it at the top. We call it top of the hour, right? Try to book it at the top of the hour. So this is yes, yes. Fill out the form. Put as much information as you can in there. Macho is going to be on there, so fill that out because it's going to give me an idea, or Haley or Angela or Matt, whomever is setting the appointment or running the appointment. It'll give them an idea of what we're getting into. Oh, by the way, these are your appointments. You book it, you need to follow up with the client. So make sure it's in your calendar too. When you're in here, you need to add yourself as a guest. That way you get the links, you get the Zoom reminders, you get all that. Okay, so add your email as a guest and then let them know it's going to be on Zoom and that they should be at home, not driving, not at a Mexican restaurant eating dinner, right? Book it for a time when they can actually pay attention and help. Okay. Questions on this? Anybody? Yes, no, maybe? All right, I'm on time. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Easiest apps for promotions, guys. Your spouse. If you were going to go get in front of somebody, right, and say, hey, man, like this is the best sourdough bread. You should buy all of it. Like, really? Have you eaten it? No, but you should buy it, right? You, you don't really carry a lot of credibility with me if you're coming to tell me to eat something that you never tried. Same thing goes if you're trying to tell me that this is like the best thing swinging in terms of financial services, but you're not a client. Just saying, you don't have to buy. It is not required. You do not have to be a client in order to be a agent inside the business. Not required. What is required is you need to have had at least sat down and listened to a KT and understand what it is that we do, understand the product, and then make a decision. The worst thing that you can ever do is not sit on your own appointment. Worst thing, because you have no clue. So if you're trying to sit in front of someone and tell them how great it is of the thing that we do, like it's going to be very difficult. Okay. So you have to at least get your own scheduled and just sit through and listen. Again, don't have to buy. But these are all of the things that we would consider insurable interest. Obviously, you have an insurable interest on yourself. You have an insurable interest on your spouse, parents, grandparents, children. In all of those situations, like I could be the owner, the payer, and the beneficiary on all of those policies. Right? If all of my kids were adults, I could put a policy on each one of them knuckleheads and pay it for them and be the beneficiary and the policy owner. Then when they sort of become sound of mind and their teenage brains fully mature, I will transfer ownership of that policy to them and the responsibility to pay for it. Right? Just things to think about. All right. Hot and warm market, guys. This is who we're talking about when it comes to who's on your list. And if you have not made a list recently, you need to go make one again. If you did an orientation with me, you should have at least the beginning of a wedding list, usually like your top 10, easy 5, easy 3. And then that becomes the beginning of your 1,000 name list. It's alive. You're putting on, taking off, putting on, taking off. Keep notes on it. Go back to it, follow up. Said call them back. Did you call them back? No, that's a client. What are you waiting on? Right? This is the big ones though, right? Like a lot of people that you're going to run into, I'm going to jump past this. I'm going to get up to the objections here in a second. A lot of the people that you're going to run into, you are going to like self-select them out. You're going to prejudge and you're going to say, "Oh, I don't need to sit with Taylor. They're all set. They're already taken care of. They got coverage at work." Don't prejudge anybody. Listen, guys, don't prejudge just like you wouldn't prejudge someone for a recruit. Everybody gets a shot. Don't prejudge what someone's financial situation is because on the surface, everyone wants you to think they're okay. But in reality, very few are okay. And if someone says, "Oh, yeah, I'm all set, I'm covered at work," great, I love that. You should be. It should be free, or it should be so cheap it might as well be. Am I right? But are you going to work there forever, Taylor? I mean, Matt, let's be honest. Like, what happens to all of your benefits that you have at that job when you leave that job?
They go bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean, roll your retirement forward, but everything else is going to be gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we always advise clients that whatever you're getting at work, keep it. But you should always have something private that you own and control outside of that. Because when was the last time that you saw people like jumping up and down screaming about how great benefits were at their job?
Never.
Probably been a minute, right? And I mean, let's be honest, if your job was going to cut something, do you think they would cut your pay or they would cut a benefit from you?
No, they cut the benefits first.
Yeah, they cut the benefits. They cut your pay. It's a freaking
If
riot.
they cut your pay, you're gonna leave.
Yeah.
So
So let's be honest. Plus, if it's a work policy, who really owns the policy?
the company.
Company does. Yeah, that's crazy, right? So can you really even count on that work policy?
Not really.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I hope you can, but I wouldn't. And so, like, that's why it's so important. Like, do you see the importance now of why we tell clients that they should have their own private policy that they own and control?
Yeah.
There you go, man. Like, that's it. So, like, if I were you, like, that's what we should be looking at.
Mhm.
Guys, that's a real basic one, but a lot of you guys will prejudge and you won't even call that person because you say they're all set, but you have no idea, right? So this is the biggest objection you're going to get because you should be calling macho clients. You're going to talk to one and they're going to say, "Oh God, Taylor, I would love to, but I got to talk to Frank, right? I got to talk to Frank. Let me figure it out. I'll call you back in a few months and when things settle down." Affirm, answer, close. Affirm, answer, close. Hey, Taylor, listen, I really appreciate you bringing that up. You got to sit down with Frank. And like, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Melissa and I make decisions together like that too, right? I always check with her first. But I mean, just generally, you probably know his schedule better than he does, right? Listen, same. So like if we had to set an appointment and we could move it, right? But if we were going to get something on the books right now, what would be better for you guys? Like weekdays or weekends, just generally. Weekdays, awesome. Saturday or Sunday. And we're right back in. So you got the objection. You have to isolate it and then affirm, answer, close. Just generally is your best friend because it seems very non-committal. It just seems like, yeah, I don't know. Just generally, yeah, weekends, sure, whatever. And then you start asking yes, yes questions. If I ask you a yes, yes question, the odds of you saying no to me are very close to zero. You're going to pick one. If you haven't figured it out yet, guys, I only ask a no question when I want a no answer. I'm sneaky with it, and I'll teach you to be good at it, right? So listen, hey, that's perfect. You get to a time. Listen, I'm just gonna pencil you in for that time. Sound good? Awesome. Listen, you're gonna get a Zoom link. My regional vice president's actually gonna run the appointment for me. You get it right there. Now, you will get people that are just rude and will stonewall you, right? So if you don't get the appointment locked in when you're talking to them at that point, get permission to follow up. Hey, Taylor, listen, I totally get it. His schedule's wild and it's all over the place. You got to talk to him. I'm totally down with that. Listen, when just generally are you gonna have a chance to sit down with him? Like today or tomorrow? Tomorrow? Perfect. Listen, if I don't hear from you by like Saturday afternoon, are you good if I just text you and get you guys and like link back up really quick just to find a good time that works for you? What what are they gonna say? Why on God's green earth would anyone tell me no about just checking in 2 days from now? They're not going to. But if you don't get that permission now, when you text in 36 hours on Saturday afternoon, you're going to be the buggy person that wants somebody to do something. The difference is if you got permission, Taylor, and now I text you and you pick up your phone and you go, who's texting me? Oh, damn it. I told Noah he could text me back. And then you're like, I told him he could. And you're going to respond. But without that permission, you're going to be like, this freaking guy. And you're going to go, and you're going to put the phone down and you're not even going to open the text so that I don't get the red receipt. You're just going to let that thing ride. That's what's going to happen. I promise you. That's what's going to happen. So don't be that person, right? Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. There's some more in here, guys. I put this PDF out earlier. It's already out there, right? But the biggest thing I can tell you is you got to pick up the damn phone. You got to make some calls. Well, back up. You got to practice the appointment setting script and you got to get comfortable with it. You also need to have your trainer's calendars open and available. Listen to me. I don't care where you put an appointment. I don't care if you put it on my calendar, on Haley's calendar, on Angela's calendar, on Matt's calendar. As soon as we get some more licensed people, guys, they're all out there. Haley made a PDF of everybody's calendar. Open them all, right? Now, the limitation you might run into is who's licensed where. Okay. You start getting into a bunch of weird states, you're probably going to have to come to me. Angela, Haley has the most now. Like, I have like 40 states. Angela's got like 20. Haley has 5 or 6, right? So it's going to come down to like states and other availability, right? But we have ways around everything when it comes to it. So don't worry, right? But just set the appointment because nobody cares. If I'm running the appointment and your licensed trainer is somebody else, I'm going to split them anyway. It's okay. Trust me. It'll be fine. And you're going to get credit for everything as the trainee. That's how your bonus builds. It's okay. Okay. That's how you do it. And if you gotta like, and if you're scared, like about to throw up scared when you set that appointment, it's okay. Be honest about it. And I froze. God bless. I'm back. Yes. Okay. But that's what it looks like, guys. That's what it looks like. So let me pop this up really quick because Angela did what I asked her to. She put that incentive out there, or somebody did, and it's in the telegrams. But I want to bring this up really quick too because I know we've been having some issues with notifications. And so if you look at my Telegram right now, right? If you look up here at the Vision chat, that's Wendy's team. I'm in that chat, but if you see the little like microphone speaker looking guy, it's got the slash through it, it's muted. I can go look in there whenever I feel like, but this does not blow up my phone. Atlas, right? None of these are muted. The Titans chat, like if you guys know Casey, I love her. She's in there. The A&D RVPs, I'm in a bunch. The ones that I don't really care about that I'll just go check when I feel like I leave muted. Ours are not. Okay. So check it out. Here's all the cool cups, right? Oh, Matt, you wanted this turquoise one. That's right. So top 6 in personal premium, that's only because I got 6 cups right now, right? First to 3K picks first. So that was Haley. Haley's already there. We got to update this thing. Haley, where? This is an old one.
The other one that you did the updated numbers didn't have the graphic with it.
Oh, God bless. Okay, I'll fix this one. I'll fix this one. I have them tracked. But yeah, so Haley's already won one. Gabby and Taylor, we got to get you on here, but I'll fix this one and I'll get it back out. But I mean, guys, if you're gonna do it anyway, like let me get you a cup. Let me get you a cup. If we end up with more than 6 people that have it locked in, well, God bless. I'll buy more cups. I don't care. Right?
Melissa will shop for you. It's fine. She's got no problem.
Pray for me. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. But guys, that's it for tonight. We're early. We're 7 minutes early. Questions though. Questions.
You say hi to Philip, please.
Hi, Philip. And it's recorded, so it's like there forever, right?
He's gonna say it. Tell Philip. No, I said hi. Tell no, I said hi.
He does it every time. You would think he would get enough of me. But anyway, guys, listen. This business can change your life. I promise you. And it doesn't have to be monetarily, it doesn't have to be financial. If you just get in front of me at the right time, I can change your life forever. Here's why. Watch this, right? So let me get rid of the telegrams. Let me bring the calculator back up really quick. Y'all need to see this. Okay. Y'all need to see this. Because think about this. Even at like 25, $50 a month doesn't really amount to much if you never changed how much you're putting in, right? 9%. It's about 300 grand. But watch this. How many of you guys have kids that are 5 years old or less? Put in Zoom chat. Or even better, how many of you know people that have kids that are 5 years old or less or younger? Probably just about everyone, right? So watch this. Let's add 20 years of compounding in on the front side. Same money, same $50 a month with an extra 20 years. $1.7 million. Are you kidding me? Now
Do
watch.
it for the baby, Noah. Show them what baby Kelly's gonna get. But Haley's gonna make her a billionaire.
Starting at 1.
We tried starting at 0.
Well, I don't think you can, right? Like it does. The system doesn't like it. Well, we'll see. Oh, I guess it does.
I know the system doesn't like it.
It did. It took it this time. I don't know. Maybe they updated something. But look, 2.7. 2.7. Watch this. Here's where it gets even more fun. Watch this. If you start it when they're born and just do it till they're 18, 27 grand. Watch this. 27 grand, and you never put in another dollar from the time they're 18 until 67. It's still $2 million. You can't fight 67 years of compounding. You can't. There's no duplicate for time in the market. You cannot replicate it. There's nothing you can do. 0. Because watch this. Every time you wait 10 years, it takes you 2.5 times as long, or as much money to catch up. Okay. So watch this. 18 years old, we're going to open you a Roth IRA with $100 a month. Hey, it's $1 million. Doesn't suck. I like it, right? I know plenty of people that are 67 that don't got $1 million. Okay. Now watch this. Most people don't get started until their late 20s. How much money do you think this is going to drop just waiting 10 years? Put it in the Zoom chat. What do you think the number is going to be when I click calculate? What do you think that million is going to go down to? How much do you think it's going to be? Put in there. If you know the answer, don't cheat. I want to see people guess. Pretty close. Pretty close. 400. You just lost 600 grand. What was the math? Takes 2.5 times as much money, right? That's why I used 100, because the math is easy. Can't fight it. Can't fight it now. 38. Same money. 2.5 times that. Let me put in the Zoom chat. What is it? How much now do we got to put in every month to get back? 2.5 times 250, 625, right? It's not like I do this in front of people all day, every day. 2.5 times the money. Look, right back where we started. Now in reality, most people get going somewhere in their 40s because they go, crap, I'm running out of time. Back even farther down, right? Because you're running out of compounding doubling periods now. We're getting too close. We're getting too close. 2.5 times this now. 1250 plus, right? Plus. So now you're talking 1,600 a month. 1,600 a month. And we didn't make it. And you didn't make it. You didn't make it back where you could have been at 18 with $100 a month if you had just started. If you had just started, right? Guys, this is why it's so important to get in front of people and show them this. How many of you guys, if you've never sat with me before, how many of you guys have ever seen anything like that? It blows people's butts out of the water. And I tell you right now, like that right there, that is what really got me going in this business, because life insurance is fun, right? It pays you fast, it pays pretty good up front. Investments pay you forever. Forever. It's a river of nickels, right? And I'll leave you with this. I'll leave you with this. I sat down with a client today. It was a long appointment. It was like a fact-finding mission. I've been trying to sit him down for months, right? We sat down. He has no life insurance. He's got about 400 grand in a few different accounts. He was single for his ever. Now he has a fiance and he's got some like bonus kids, right? His money, he's not happy with his money. We're going to move his money into something that's going to protect it because he's 57. Okay, so a buffer annuity, shield annuity. If I move 400 grand of boy's money and I do it for free because it charges him zero fees, it's going to pay me 62% of that 5%. One client, one rollover, 12 grand. You got to get your full licenses, guys. You got to be able to do the full job for the client. Because, oh, by the way, here's the fun part. The life apps for him and his wife and the kids together, the total AP is about 386 a month. That's the annual premium on those policies. Now, the max credit that you can get for one policy is 1,500 for production, right? I'm a regional vice president, though, so I get full advances. The max advance that you'll get is 1,500. So 1,500 times your commission times 75%. My max advance is the policy times my commission times 75%. I'm at 110% contract. One policy, one client. Two policies, one client. Excuse me. That's a hell of a payday off of one client. Total comp off one client is almost 16 grand. That's insane. And he's happy as hell because the person that he's been with Edward Schmoan Jones, I can't say it out loud, right? But because we're recording, he's mad. That dude hasn't even had him investing in a Roth IRA in the last 9 years. The people that are out there that are all set are not all set. And if you put them in front of me and they are all set, I'll tell them to their face and I'll congratulate them. And I won't sell them a God blessed thing. Because that's what we do. Because at the end of the day, we just do what's right. If you put somebody in front of me and they are set, I've told people, y'all don't need life insurance. And they go, what? I want it. I said, okay, you can have it. I'll give it, like I'll do it for you. You don't need it. You have it if you want it, but you don't need it. My dad tried to buy a policy. I was like, bro, you don't need life insurance. I ain't telling you that. Like your house is paid for, you make tons of money. I own your house and your car. What do you need life? If you're gone, I got your house, I got your car, and your stuff rolls over to me. What do you need life insurance for? He's like, I guess you're right. Okay. Do what's right all the time. And everything will work out fine. I promise you. I promise you guys. All right. So we were going to finish on time. Now we're